I'm on my way back from the WaterPitch event in DC. Great time with startups, VC, utilities, other technology companies all looking to innovate and move things forward in the water space. A few interesting takeaways. One of them was there was a lot of great people in the room, a lot of great people or entities represented. You had startups, venture capital, public utilities, some of the larger technology firms were there. I didn't see anybody from the consulting, the traditional AEC engineering consulting community there. I'm a bit curious as to why that was. Another issue that was coming up is there was a bit of a challenging of the venture capital model and expectations versus that of the utility market. Is it reasonable to expect a company in the water utility space to achieve 30, 40, 50% year-over-year growth, or even more, that hockey stick of growth that a lot of VCs are looking for? Or is it much more reasonable to expect that to grow in pace of adoption with the utility market, which most utilities are spending about another 8 to 10% a year on digital, depending on the sources you look at, whereas compared to the rest of the economy, they're spending about 30% more per year on digital tools, hardware enabled, and services, etc. So I think there's a bit of a mismatch between investment expectations to get higher returns quicker versus the actual water utility market, which is very consistent, but usually pretty slow to adopt and innovate. So I think a lot of companies are in a difficult position where they were expecting faster, quicker growth, but that's just not how it's working in the water utility industry. Another thing that was pretty apparent is there's not really good set standards for integrations or how to deploy this technology at the utilities. So exactly how does the procurement process work? Are these products modular, either from hardware or software? How are utilities able to find and implement this technology? Most of the examples have all just been one-to-one. So a new startup or technology company has to go out and find one-to-one relationships with utilities. That's probably the best way to get started to make sure that the products work well and that they're actually solving the real needs. But that does make it really difficult to scale when every single new implementation and order is that same 12 to 18 month process in the utility market of connecting with the utility, working through specifications, going through procurement. That's very tedious and can be really challenging for a lot of the new startups and technology providers in the space, because you could be looking at a 1 to 2 year gap for cash flow between when the utility said that's a good idea, we want to move forward with it, to actually being implemented and moving forward. So a lot of challenge in this space. Hopefully we can solve and connect with others to work together as a community to solve those challenges. But that's it for me and my update at the DC WaterPitch. And special thanks to Kat Schreier for pulling this all together and American University for hosting us. The final thought is the Japanese cherry blossoms are in full bloom here at DC. So if you're able to swing by and take a chance this season, that's probably going to pay out for you.